Hey y'all, this is my Real Housewives of New Jersey review. Let's just get into the episode, shall we? So we open up the episode with the Gorgas, and they're just doing family shit right now. It's Joe's birthday. They're supposed to be going out that night. We see they're just talking about Jackie's party and still talking about the Teresa incident. And Joe actually thinks his sister is taking things way too far. So maybe Teresa listened to Joe and finally apologized to Jackie. He tells Melissa that he plans on talking to her at his birthday dinner later in the evening. So next scene we're with Jennifer and her immaculate house. I gotta give her credit, that's a big ass nice house. So we see that she's just cooking dinner for her family. So she has 5 kids. Like, wow, like she's really a housewife. She takes care of those kids. That is a full-time job. So her kids range from 16, 13, 11, 9, and 7. Oh, talk about a prison sentence. Oh my God, I don't see how she do it. More power to her, because they are some rambunctious, ungrateful, badass kids. So she's talking to her sister, who looks a lot like Jacqueline from previous seasons, the previous housewife of New Jersey. And they're just talking about the relationship their father had with their mom, and yada yada yada, has nothing to do with the main plot, so we can fast on forward. So next scene we're with Dolores, and she's at home waiting for her man to get there. And not her ex-husband Frank, but her current boyfriend David, so they can talk about their relationship. Now, she calls Frank on FaceTime and actually asks him, oh, have you talked to David? I'm like, really? They have such a weird relationship amongst the three of them. I just don't get it. Child, look at David arrive and look like he's in the middle of a midlife crisis. And that motorcycle. Also, oh my God, he just looks so sickly. He needs some sun and some skincare, fast. Isn't he a doctor? Doesn't he see how unhealthy he looks? He looked like a former corpse that's been conjured up. So they're discussing why David got his house built and Dolores isn't living there. And she tells him that, well, you said that we were going to get engaged. And now that the house is built, I still don't have a ring on my finger. So I'm not moving in with you. And I think that's fair. And they're of a particular age. So when you know it's right, it's right. Why don't he just marry her already? I don't get that. Maybe he in love with Frank. This conversation is so distracting because he's just so hideous. I think Dolores could do better. I actually like her with Frank. I'm not really sure why they aren't together. Because David really should be the one going to all these cast filmings with her, not Frank. So now Dolores just lets his ass off the hook. So she's like, oh, I just want to spend more time with you. She didn't even mention about like, okay, we need to get married by this date or it's over. Nope. She's like, I just want to spend more time with you. So she definitely let him off the hook. So next scene, we're at Joe's birthday dinner where it's him, Melissa, her sisters, their husbands, and they're all just waiting on Teresa. I wonder if Melissa tried to get her sisters on the show. I'm pretty sure she's tried. Teresa arrives, and in typical housewives conversation at a dinner table, sex is gonna come up. You know, we've heard it on every reality show, haven't we? Oh yeah, pineapple juice, it makes your stuff taste like pineapples. Okay, how many times have we heard this? Ladies, tell me in the comments, is it true? If you drink a lot of pineapple juice or eat a lot of pineapples, does it work? Because, you know, I won't be going down on any women anytime soon. So, in the comments, let me know. Teresa's also annoying too. Are you fucking Tony or you're not? Because this like, oh, I don't like him, but I'm gonna keep talking about him and referring to him in a sexual manner. Oh. So they're having a conversation about, I'm guessing, strict Italian culture and all their upbringings and how the girls couldn't really date anyone strictly until they were 18. I think maybe 15 is fair. Like 18, come on. And then the double standard for women as it is for men. You know, men is just like, okay, whenever. Are birds and the bees talk necessary in this day and age? Like when phones are in kids' hand by the time they're like 5. Like the conversation that needs to be had is, are you having sex? And let me let you know why it's a bad idea or why you need to be responsible. Joe Gorga is of course losing his mind at the thought of his daughter even entertaining a boy at the age of 15. Like, he's a top tier TI chauvinist. I mean, I think he thinks all women should be barefoot in the kitchen. His daughter shouldn't have sex till the age of maybe 21 or 25. Yeah. So Teresa brings up at the table that she's gonna have a pool party and all the ladies are invited. And then Joe tells her he thinks she should invite Jackie. And she's like, what? And again, for the 19th or 20th time, we have someone trying to explain to Teresa that what she did was pretty shitty. So Teresa isn't sorry at all for it. I mean, at the end of the day, she shouldn't apologize if she don't mean it. But then Joe asks her, can you please just invite her as an olive branch? And she reluctantly says yes. Teresa also mentions that she'll be inviting the realtor that tried to put Joe Gorga on blast for not paying. It's like a record scratch hits the table. And Joe Gorga has no problem calling females a bitch, so he says, what you doing inviting that crazy bitch to the party? And Teresa knows what she's doing. She wants conflict at her party, and she knows it'll be some conflict if she does that. And again, Melissa's putting the duty of calling this woman out on Teresa for talking about her brother. Next scene, we're with Margaret at her house, which looks great on the outside, but tacky as hell on the inside. And basically this scene, she's talking to her ghostwriter, and I gotta commend her for just admitting up front that she has a ghostwriter. Not many people like to admit that, and I get it. Who has time to write a book? I have no problem giving someone 20% to write down what I'm saying. I'm sure Mariah Carey did that, and her book was extremely successful. Also, Margaret, this work on your face, oh my God. This is some good ass plastic surgery. She looks 20 years younger. Like, I swear, she looks like early 40s compared to last season where she looked like she was hitting 60. Now, Margaret, I care that you're putting out a book, but I don't care the contents of it, so I'm gonna have to fast forward. Next scene, it's the day of Teresa's pool party. We see her getting ready, and she's talking to her ex-husband Joe on FaceTime from Italy. And it looks like they actually get along. He's not going after any of her money in the divorce proceedings, so that's great. And after all what they've been through, it's good to see that they're on good terms. Now we just see all the ladies getting ready. Of course, Dolores is bringing Frank. She's not bringing her actual boyfriend. We also see Melissa talking to her barbaric husband as he tells her he's gonna smash her before the pool party. She just wants to let him know not to get into a fight because she knows how her husband is. So Joe and Melissa are the first to arrive at Teresa's pool party. And Teresa asks her, is Jackie coming? And we get a cut back to when Melissa and Jackie were talking. And Melissa said that Teresa's trying to extend an olive branch to you. And Jackie said, well, she can shove that olive branch up her ass. Well, there you have it. I mean, I don't blame her for not wanting to come. I get it. And I'm thinking Melissa messy ass told Teresa she said that. And Teresa is like, well, fuck that bitch too. So the rest of the ladies get there, and Jennifer, she is ready to drink. Also, I just want to say on a side note, COVID is still happening during this. This is actually like summer of COVID, but no one is giving Jersey any trouble, but they definitely giving Atlanta trouble. I just see the double standard because nobody here is wearing a mask. So of course Teresa has to mention, as all the ladies have arrived, that she's glad that Jackie isn't there. And she explains to them what Melissa told her, what Melissa should not have, because that's only going to make it worse, is what Jackie said, shove the olive branch up her ass. And I mean, I don't blame her. Like, Teresa didn't invite her personally. She didn't try to apologize. She's just appeasing her brother. That's all she was doing. She's not sorry for what she did. Like, at the end of the day, Teresa is an asshole. Dolores is letting everyone know she's having an event soon, so maybe Jackie and Teresa can make up then. But then conveniently, Teresa says she's going to be out of town and can't make it. So it looks like the event's going forward. It looks like Teresa is going to be there and not Jackie, or Jackie's going to be there and Teresa isn't going to be there. So Teresa's friend who's selling her house, Melissa, gets there along with her husband, and the looks on Joe and Melissa's faces look like they're ready to fight. But yeah, Joe, of course, the drama queen that he is, he gets up and makes a beeline for her husband and says, yo, come here, which of course gets everyone's attention. I do wonder, does Joe think he's intimidating? Because he's basically like 5'5" or 5'6". He's like a chihuahua with muscles. Like, I don't know. Like, I know he loves to bark and fight, but even when he like went at it with Teresa's ex-husband Joe, it looked like Joe was about to kick his ass. Granted, this guy he's talking to does not look like he's in shape, so Joe maybe be able to kick his ass. Who does Melissa think she is? Michelle, come here, Michelle. Melissa, I don't know who you think you are. You are not the queen of New Jersey. Unfortunately, it's Teresa, but Melissa got a mouth. She ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. Melissa tries to check her and call her out for gossiping about her husband. I guess if I liked Melissa Gorga, I would be more so on her side, but I just don't like her. So Joe's conversation with this woman's husband, it seems that they made like a handshake deal. It wasn't in writing. I'm pretty sure Joe stiffed him out of money. I'm pretty sure. Because if you read the headlines, Joe kind of has a history of being shysty. But it seems as they're talking, it looks like it was a miscommunication between the two. So nothing really pops off. Oh, so this chick name is Michelle, my bad. So Michelle's going back and forth with Melissa, but it seemed like she backed down when the other women come to Melissa's side. She's like, you know what? It was a bad idea. So she apologizes to Melissa. So between the men, the beef is squashed. He's more so concerned about his wife selling Teresa's house, even though I'm not sure how Joe has that type of power over Teresa. And he agrees that it was a miscommunication between him and Joe. So it looks like that plot line was deaded pretty quickly. So Teresa's party continues on, and it looks like the producers are focusing a lot on Jennifer's drinking. Then we see Teresa's friend, the pool boy, Tony, arrive at the party. And I gotta admit, he's sexy. And Joe Gorga is so jealous because clearly this man looks better than him and is taller. Teresa's just trying to get everybody wasted. That's basically what she's trying to do. Jennifer is probably on her 12th shot. I'm not sure why Margaret is so concerned by Jennifer's drink consumption. Like, you don't even like her. So now the ladies are just getting in the pool and more drinking ensues. Teresa definitely wants us to think something's going on with Tony. I'm not sure why. Either you fucking him or you not. Jennifer is now at the point where she's beyond wasted. She's fucking wasted. She is slurring, she is falling over. The water that she's put up to her mouth, she's missing her mouth. She looks a hot, drunken mess. And here comes Margaret, being a friend while the other ladies just watch her look a drunken fool. So yeah, Margaret's like, yeah, it's time for you to go, sweetheart. So they try to lift her up and she falls over. Her face is on the ground, on the cement, ass in the air, looking crazy. You know, it says a lot that Margaret's the only one concerned about Jennifer making a drunk fool of herself. Like, Teresa's supposed to be her BFF. But yeah, Teresa's the one that made her sloppy ass drunk. She's now become a spectacle at the party. She can barely even walk, so her husband comes over, lifts her up, and he carries her out. So now they're carrying her to the car, reminiscent to last season how they were carrying her husband to the car because he was sloppy ass drunk too. This is all Teresa's fault. She's nowhere to be found. She knows what she did. So yeah, they plop her drunk ass in his Ferrari and they just drive off. And that's where the episode ends. Not a bad episode. I was entertained. Next week looks really good. Teresa and Jackie are actually going to be in the same place at the same time. So that might be interesting. Next week, y'all, I will be in the Dominican Republic, so this review for next week might be a little late, but I'm gonna try to get it out on time. So yeah, I will see y'all soon for the next video. Oh, right, I forgot. So I'm gonna have a live this weekend to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, and it actually falls this Saturday. So this Saturday at noon, catch me live, and yeah, I'll see y'all there. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.